Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing fine and are taking care of yourselves. My name is Kanika Tandon and I am here with the video of Class 6 English first. In our today's video, I'll be completing 3 chapters, that is letter writing, message writing and picture compositions. Since formal letters are only part of second annual exams syllabus, but English first the syllabus of English first is revision of first term also. So I have revised the whole of the chapter. Okay. Starting our today's video with the writing section of the book, that is now first chapter that is coming in your syllabus is letter writing. We have already studied a letter writing in our previous term, because in that term we studied informal letters. Now in this term we'll be studying formal letters. So I've already told you a letter is something that we write to a person that we want to convey our message to. They can be family, friends, or higher officials, higher authorities, to in the school, in the workplace, or anywhere. Okay, there are two types of letters, which is informal letter and another one is formal letter. So informal letter is a letter that is written to our family members, all right, and friends. It is written in a very friendly and personal way, so we don't have to be very professional about it. We can use some words that are not professional, all right, and we can write in a very friendly manner. Another one is the formal letter. Formal letter is written to somebody who is at a higher authority than us, all right, in some business, in some schools, hospitals, in offices. In this type of manner, we have to be very careful while we use some words, because it is a professional matter. So we have to be very careful while we choose our words, all right. Now if we study about informal, there is one pattern that we have to follow whenever we are writing a letter. Same is with informal and formal. Both the type of letters needs a pattern to be written, all right. Now informal letters, I've already told you that first we are going to start with the beginning, then salutation, like to friends, dear Seema, dear Rahul, etc. Then to strangers, sir, ma'am, dear sir, whatever. Body is the main part that we write, and ending is yours sincerely and yours truly, all right. But if we come on to the formal letter, in formal letter what we have to make sure, and this is the example, we'll try to understand it with an example. Write a letter to the publisher from whom you have ordered a set of storybooks almost a month ago. You still have not received the same and wish to bring the matter to the publisher's notice, all right. Now first here they have written 23 Shalimar Bagh, Jhansi, which means this is the sender's address, all right. This is the sender's address. Now then date comes, all right. Then to whom we are writing, that is receiver's address, okay. Then dear sir is the salutation, all right. Then okay, hang on, okay, this will go, I'll write it again, don't worry, okay. Now we can write it again. This is the sender's address, okay. Then date, then receiver's address, to whomever we are writing the letter. He is writing the letter to the publisher, so it is that. Then the main thing in the formal letter is the subject. In informal letter we don't have to write the subject, but in formal letter we have to mention the subject about what we are writing the letter. So the subject of the letter is non-receptive order, VPP. This is the subject, then salutation, the body of the letter. This is not salutation, I'm sorry. This is greetings. Or you can also write it salutation, no problem. Then the body of the letter. And last one is the ending, which is that I have written the letter. Alright? The body of the letter is up to you. Whatever you want to write, you can write it in the letter. I mean related to the topic. Alright? There are some exercise also. In dash part of the letter includes the main part of the message being conveyed to the person to whom the letter is written. That is body. Alright? In body only we convey whatever we want to write now. Next is a message that can be sent to a relative or a friend is called letter. You cannot write it as notice. You cannot write it as essay. Next is write a letter to your friend congratulating him or her on success in the annual examination. Alright? You know how to write it. And first we are going to write the address, our address, then date, then salutation, then body of the letter, and the end greetings. Ending. Right? Next is write a letter to a bookseller ordering books. So first we are going to write our address, sender's address, then date, then receiver's address. Alright, then subject, then greetings or salutation, then body of the letter, and then the ending. Same as the last. Write a letter inviting a friend of yours to the marriage ceremony of your brother, I guess. Yes, brother. So this is also an informal letter. You can write it by yourself. And there is one more thing. Informal letter was the part of first term, and formal letter is a part of second term. But since in grammar the whole book comes in the examination, so any of the letter can come in the examination. You have to make sure that you study both of them. All right. Starting the next chapter with the message writing. So we already know we are already using our phones to write messages to our friends, family, and whatever we want to know. So one thing that we have already understood while writing this message is like we don't talk rubbish in those message. Okay, I'm not talking about what we talk, but if we want to send a specific message to somebody, we don't talk rubbishly there, right? First we will be very precise, right? I mean, we'll be writing only up to the point thing, whatever we want to say, whatever we want to tell them, whatever we want to inform them, whatever we want to know. All right. So there are some rules that we have while we are writing the message. First rule is that we don't have to write a story. All right. If you want to ask something to anybody, don't tell the story that has happened before, and don't tell the story that is going to happen afterwards. If you want question answers of some chapters from your friend, so you'll text them, hey, hi, can you please send me the question answers of chapter number 6? All right. Or are you texting him, hi, I was going through the market and I thought that I have not completed this chapter, so now I'm going to ask one of my friends. So now then I went home and I thought about it, to whom shall I ask, and then I have texted you. You don't do this, right? You don't tell the story. You might have thought the same, but you don't tell this to the person you are texting. You just talk to him to the point, like, hi, I want the question answers, please give me. Right? So there are the rules that you know, that you need to know. But before, let us see what a message is. So a message is a brief note written to the member of a family, friend, acquaintances to inform or intimate about important and urgent commitments or requirements. Messages are more relevant when telephonic conversation is not possible. So when do we do messages? When we cannot call, है ना? ठीक है. There are some rules that you need to follow. Is a message should be brief and clear. I have already told you that it should not be a story. You have to be very careful that you don't tell them a story. You have to be very brief and very precise. Only the necessary points should be added. See, again, no story, only the necessary points. Unnecessary matter should be avoided. Same thing, he does not need to know or to which market you were walking, what did you buy, what did you not buy, what your mother sent you for, what how much money she gave you. That is not important, that is super unnecessary, so you have to avoid it, right? Write the date, time, and the name of the person to whom the message is written. And to be very clear, I'm not talking about WhatsApp messages, all right? I'm talking about these messages, because in WhatsApp messages or in text messages we don't write the name and the date, na. So I'm talking about this. Put your name at the end of the message. This is very precise. For example, do you need to borrow some science notes immediately from your classmates who stays in front of your school? You leave a message for your father as he is not at home at that time. So 28th January 7 p.m. Daddy, I'm going to Nina's house to collect some science notes. I'll be back by 9. Please wait for me for at dinner. Veena. Alright. One thing that you have to be very clear and very thorough, that is, in letter writing, if you don't write the letter according to the pattern, you don't get any marks. Please don't expect me that you write whole story and I'll give you the marks. I don't care about the story. You have to be very precise. You write the matter properly, you write the pattern properly, I'm going to give you whole marks. I mean, not full marks, but I'll try to give you highest possible. Similarly, in the message, if you only write the body, I will not give you any marks, because that if it is not in the pattern, it does not contain any marks. So you have to be very precise. First, you're going to write the date, then time, that to whom this message you are giving, then the body, and last is at the last your name. So first is, whenever we write message, first is date, time, receiver's name, body, and last is your name. Alright, rest is the examples. You can read it yourself and understand. Now next one is picture composition. So in picture composition, with the word picture composition, you can easily understand what I am talking about, right? There is one picture, and then you have to look at that picture and you have to write whatever you can see. Not like this, the boy is flying a kite, the girl is laughing, the trees are green. Not this. You have to create a story sometimes and then write the whole scenario, that what is happening, what has happened, what might happen, right? So let us know what is a picture composition. Picture can give you many ideas, fire your imagination, and be source of inspiration to you. We can have ideas viewing a picture and frame a story depicted by them. While describing the picture, we can go around and beyond the pictures and write any kind of essay, narrative, or descriptive using the picture as a source. Let us try writing a composition based on the pictures. Okay, so whenever this kind of question comes in your exam, you see a picture, all right, like this. This picture, this is the picture. For example, you have got this picture in your story. So what could happen? What can happen in the story, in this picture? You can think for like 5 minutes, not more than that. So something like the boy's kite is, I mean, I don't know, the thread is, I don't know, the kite gets the kite gets torn apart, all right, or it is stuck in the tree. So this boy is actually very sad, or the girl is helping, anything, or something bad has happened, like in this picture only, accident has happened, the boy has fallen down from the terrace. You can write anything when you write in the, you can, in fact, there is one more thing that you'll be very amazed to know, that you can put yourself in the picture. You can be you, all right. I can be this girl, and this boy could be my brother, right? He's flying a kite, I'm standing and looking at him, maybe something happens. All right, so it is your wish that you have to, either you can be narrative or you can be descriptive about the picture. But not this time, but when you come in 10th or in 12th, when are you giving your board exams, it is actually advised not to attempt for picture composition. Why is that? Because sometimes we get very wrong in judging the picture. The picture might be telling us something else and we understand something else. So it is advised not to touch the picture composition until and unless you don't know the rest of the 5 questions. All right. You can read the story. Accidents can happen anytime, anywhere, with anybody, but most accidents are perfectly avoidable with a bit of common sense and precaution. The visual above shows a little boy flying a kite is about to slip off the roof's edge, a terrifying sight as the fall may be fatal for the kid. How have things come to such a pass? Firstly, the family, especially the parents, are to be blamed for being so careless as to allow a little boy on the roof unescorted by an adult. Secondly, flying kite must be allowed on open grounds near the house. It's much safer. Thirdly, the roofs should have at least 4 feet high walking skirting on the terrace to prevent such mishaps. Even adults on fall off in certain circumstances. One's house should be designed with safety and comfort being prime factor in the minds. At least one's home should be safe place when roads, factories, rail, and certain occupations are hazardous. Enough these days. Never leave children unescorted. They are precious to you. Okay. Now, this is the second composition. You can see these 2 boys are running because one of his mother has given him some money and has asked him to get something. But here also accident can happen, or these boys can see they might save somebody from the accident. So you can think about it, anything you can write, but you have to make sure that you write in a very correct form of incorrect tenses, right? Next is the story. People are going for a vacation. Write a composition how the natural beauty of the hills affects your mind and soul. So okay, hint is given, you can write it from there. Okay, with this the writing section of the book is also over, and I hope that you have understood it, and I will see you all next week with my next video with chapter number 31, I guess, right? Okay, so please complete your work and try to practice this in your classwork notebook and start preparing for your exams. All the best. Thank you. Have a good day.